Everybody is on the same boat. Well, at least the people that surround us, that's what makes me feel more confident in myself and saying I enjoy what I do and I continue to do it.
Yeah, if you're not doing what you like to do, what you're doing, you're really not.
Of a new dark age, made more sinister and perhaps more protracted by the lights of perverted sorrow.
Welcome back to Artists Behind the Art. I'm KG, for those of you who don't know me. And I have a special guest with me today. We're going to ask him some questions.
What's up, y'all? King Mo Gotti, you know what I'm saying? I'm with KG. Go ahead and catch me on Instagram, King_Mo Gotti, MoGotti. But we're going to go ahead and get this interview going for y'all.
Yes. We'll have everything down in the description right below. I'm excited for y'all to get to know him a little bit more. Great artist, great person.
I appreciate it.
So what is one of the biggest problems you've had to overcome so far?
Just, coming home. I've been home since 2018. Yesterday, or 2 days ago on 420, it marked my 3-year anniversary of being home, just back home for good, and just picking up. Actually, starting music. I didn't even start music till I got out, but you know what I mean? Like getting home, getting myself established, and making sure I was just back in a position to win. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I guess that's good. How would you say you kind of overcame that coming back home? I know for some people, to me, I don't know, coming back home was like, but then it was like, I need it,
Yeah. It was more just like a mental discipline, you know what I mean? Patience. It's just like a solid patience that I had developed over time, you know what I mean? So when I got out, I felt like I was in the right mind state to win, because I remember sitting down and all I thought about was coming home and winning. You know what I mean? Coming home and getting it, taking care of what I had to as a man, and just handling my business, putting myself in a better position of power where I don't have to deal with those lows anymore like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a dope mindset to have, though. That's great that you had that. What do you enjoy most about being an artist?
It's really, for me, it's just the creativity for knowing, like, when I sit here and I hear a beat, and I think to myself, like, damn, I could freak that. You know what I'm saying? I could do something with that, and like just like bringing out that creative seed. It ain't really nothing else to me than just like, it's like something in my brain. Really, it ain't even like really me, because it happens so natural. But just like being able to have the best wordplay and the best puns, to be able to speak the better words, and just just when you hear that shit, just be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's about making that impression, even on yourself. It's really like an internal thing. It's like when I make something dope and I read it, and like, man, you can ask my partners in here, I'll be over here quiet, right, and I get to laughing, like, yo, like, I got something, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I got something, like, and it's just like wowing myself is my inspiration to keep going, you know what I'm saying? As long as I can do that, I'm straight.
That's really cool. I think it's good that you can really sit in your body and then just kind of go off and let your mind write what it needs to, let it flow out, and you get a consistent flow in, and you're disciplined enough to sit down and
definitely, yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta take the time out your day to do what you want to do. If you want to do, you know what I'm saying? You gotta turn them wants into needs. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do it.
Turn into your desires.
Yeah,
How did you come up with your name?
Man, I didn't even come up with it. It was more like I kind of just like adopted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It came around. Like, it just came around, you know what I mean? Just from like some locals out here and shit like that. It was just like the MoGotti. And I remember we was recording at my partner Fiji studio. And that's who I was recording with for probably about like a whole year before I even met Track. Probably. We was recording there for a good minute. You know what I'm saying? Before I met A-Track and all that. And I remember we had some tracks we was trying to drop, just like YouTube drops, little ones. And it was like, what do I call myself though? And everybody was like, just go by MoGotti. And but MoGotti, I was like, hell no, I can't go by that. Like, nah, I'm tripping if I do that. So I was chilling one day, and it was just like a regular thing. And I was like, I'm gonna go by King Mo Gotti. Like, just corny as fuck to myself. Like, I'm gonna go by King Mo Gotti. And my peoples that I told right then and there were kind of like, what? And I was like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just stuck to that. I just stuck to it,
Yeah, I got my name from high school, KG. I mean, everybody just would call me KG.
Yeah.
And then I remember for the longest on Twitter, I was like Queen KG for the longest.
Yeah.
Had to put that queen on there.
Twitter movement, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I suck at Twitter, man. Go follow me on Twitter, Medallion Panther Mo. King Mo Gotti, or is it Dolce Daddy? DOLCE
We'll have them all down below.
GADDY. Get with the link below. You know what I'm saying?
If you ever didn't tap into your artistic side, what would you think you'd be doing right now?
Getting some money, you know what I'm saying? Just any way I can, but I don't mean that in like no kind of like weird, like crazy way or nothing like
Just
that.
feel
But I mean
like
like I'm a
your
businessman, you know what I mean? So I'll be out here expanding my sources of income. That's what I'll be doing with my free time.
That's really good. They say average millionaire has 7 sources of income.
Man, I need 17.
Yeah, you hear me?
You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's cool, you know, we're on the way. We're on the way to greatness.
Definitely. I see it. I definitely see it. Which one of your songs would you say was your favorite to create?
Man, I got so many. If I tell you that one of them, you know what? One that stands out to me is all of it. All of it was more of like for me, it was like a really touchy one. I remember I had a homie coming down, my homie Ray, KTA Films, shout out KTA Films, shout out Diamond Rising Films too, you know what I'm saying, but shout out KTA Films. He was coming down and he was telling me, he was like, let's do a photo shoot, bro, I'll come do you a free photo shoot. And he's my partner because we used to break dance and pop block and shit back in the cut. And he was in my crew from Roswell, you know, we take it real serious and all that. So he was like, yeah, I got handy with the camera. I spent some time out in California with a partner of mine, you know what I mean? And he's like, I got real handy, I got a real good camera, let me come take some pictures. So I was like, well, come to the studio session. Me and my partner gonna go to a studio session. So I called my homie Dumbo to scheme, and I'm like, hey bro, come to the studio session. I got this cameraman coming out here, you know what I'm saying? It's my partner and shit. He's gonna give us a photo shoot. Right. So Ray good with me, you know, he link up, we in the alley in the back waiting on track to come get us and take us in the studio. And he's like, hey dog, you want to shoot a video? That's what he tells me, and I'm like, shit. And man, I'm in a black t-shirt, how I be wearing, and some shorts, and some big-ass Balenciagas. Outfit didn't make no sense. And I was like, yeah, come on. So he went in there, we didn't have a song, we didn't have a beat, and Track cooked the beat right there. He put some, like, organs in it, and we did this, like, classic sample. We did, like, a real classic sample on it. Go check out the song. It's called All of It. And it was just the way that hoe was hitting, you know. We wrote it right there while Track was making the beat. We recorded it. You know, we caught the whole music video in the process of the actual organic song. And that was dope, because when I go to shows and stuff, and the people who are familiar with me, when I perform that, everybody go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Every time I drop, I swear the streets all love it. Swear that I'm the hottest, came fresh out the oven. No discussion, being up, being down, but still running. Ask me what I want and I'ma tell you all of it. Like, it's just like, it's like a classic one, you know what I mean? It's like a chant, but that's one of my favorites, you know, but.
That's smooth. Yeah, I'll definitely go place it in the video, let everybody hear it. I really, really think you really enjoy what you're doing, and I love to see that. I love to see that confidence in you. That's nice. So that was your favorite to create.
Well, I want to say a little bit more, but I got, just put it this way, I got like some unreleased music that I can't really leak right that. But man, I got some shit on the way. Cool. I got some shit on the way.
We're excited. Stay tuned, everybody. We're gonna tap in with his music for sure. So if you could collab with any artist, who would it be?
Right now on the spot, shit, I'm gonna take the winning route, man. I need the Drake feature. But Drake, you can't buy no feature off Drake. You can't get no feature off Drake. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. So if we're talking like more realistic, like in my reach, I would target I would try to get a feature from Isaiah Rashad. I would go for like an Isaiah Rashad feature, or I'll go for shit.
Why is that?
Isaiah Rashad. I mean, I know a lot of people say that a lot of artists talk about how they want to be more lyrical, and they're focused on like, oh, I don't want to talk about no bullshit. I want to be lyrical and wop. Well, I feel like Isaiah Rashad's one of those artists who can capture that lyrical aspect. But when I hear him, he talking real shit. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of cats out here are being lyrical and saying positive messages and shit. But like it ain't really no like actual life substance from them in that. They're speaking for more of a general purpose. But me over here, go listen to my music. It's some street shit, and I'm lyrically there, but I'm talking about it's real experience. You know what I'm saying? And so it's cool to see a lyrical artist be able to attack that lyrical aspect and like be tactical like that. But when you hear him and put two and two together, it's like that's official. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas, these niggas are speaking right. You know what I'm saying? They're speaking that language. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're speaking that language. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
that makes sense. Where would you say you get your inspiration from?
Really, man, I get my inspiration. It's like really a seed of hip hop that was planted in me as a kid. You know what I'm saying? My dad, rest in peace to my father. You know what I'm saying? He was a b-boy. He was a break dancer back in the cut, and he used to listen to like a lot of DJ Quick and West Coast DJ Quick. But he listened to a lot of old like 60s funk, like Zapp and Roger, Gap Band, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in a house of funk and a house of hip hop with a b-boy, you know what I'm saying? And as I got older, I just manifested to the point where by the time I was 15, I had already met my mentor, Rock One, who schooled me and taught me how to break dance and how to pop. And we were pop blocking and doing all this competitively, traveling, hitting jams, winning. I never really seen my crew take an L like that, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It was music, hearing music, dancing, and just like going crazy for it. And I've been rapping since I was like 15, like freestyling with my partners, like at a lunch, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But it just, the music was already there, so it just like manifested to the point where, shout out Dubbo the Scheme, man. I was chilling with my partner Dubbo one time. We was at my grandma's house chilling in his truck. Little white truck. We used to call it the White Stallion. And he could rap, man. That boy could rap, like off the top. You know what I'm saying? He's nice. And he was like, hey, bro, I want to get in the studio. So I was like, man, I see this dude A-Track on Facebook. I was like, I'll probably get you in there. I'll hit him up. I was like, I just hit him up, tell him like, hey, I'm trying to pay you to get in the studio. I didn't know how it worked. So I hit up A-Track. He was like, yeah, come through.
Right.
So I take Omero to the studio. I take Delbo to the studio. And A-Track was like, all right, what y'all trying to do? Woo, woo. And Omero had a beat, but Omero didn't have nothing written to it or nothing. And he asked me right there, he was like, will you get on the song with me? Cause like, I don't know, like, just come on, do it with me, bro. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, under pressure. We named the song Bando Bros. And we made a little song, our first song. It was so funny, man. It was so cool. We was in the studio, and right before we started getting in there, our partner Jay Alexander was off in there, you know what I'm saying? So we was watching him. He was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But we in that hoe too. So, but it was cool. Like, it was a whole vibe how it all just manifested and came to be. And I just ended up, after that first time recording, I'm like, I got to get back in there. Cause,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to go redeem. And then I just kept going. And that's it, you know what I'm saying? That's really, it's just like,
cool.
Since I was a kid, that music been there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was talking to you earlier a little bit about it. Shout out Trillionaire Track, an interview will be coming out with him too.
So, shout out DJ A-Track.
Yeah, so when I was able to sit in on one of my friend's studio sessions, and kind of just watched him a little more, watched some more technicalities to it. I love listening to the production of music, and then just watching him actually do it was so intriguing to me. And watching him at first was one of the first times I was like, oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
And then when I got out to AZ, one of our friends who we would host our events at, he had a smoke shop / 24-hour studio, and I'd be there working late, and I would see the engineers in the studio just boom for hours, more hours than me, and I'm like, yeah. One night I just went in, I was like, hey, like, can I peep what you're doing? Like, I just seen you been here for a minute. He's like, yeah, I'm finna roll it. Let's go. You chilling here? So
That's cool.
Chilling there with him, watching him do it all. So it's really cool to see the production of it and the energy that goes into it.
It's a whole different world when you understand that. A lot of people only judge the music from the outside, where they don't understand the whole production of it. They just hear the final product. So that's why it's so important to make sure you put in all that effort into what you're doing, and you invest in all that money into what you're doing, that you make sure and you focus to get better, so you're making a quality product at the end.
Right, you
because the consumer only wants the final product. You know what I mean? They only respect the final product. It's only amongst other artists and engineers and things like that who actually see the beauty of the whole production side. Like, somebody like really sat in there and recorded that, and you hear the way their vocals is, and it's crazy. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people don't think of it like that. You know
How would you say you'd want to change the viewer's outlook on artists today?
Shit, you know, it's to change the viewer's outlook on the artist.
Just more of like kind of what you said, like on what y'all do behind the scenes. You know, like not everybody is appreciative of that.
Just understand that. Just understand that artist went in there and got on that mic and attempted to try to make something that you could potentially enjoy, and it was for you. You know what I'm saying? For like any kind of negative backlash, any kind of backlash at all. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. They was attempting to make something for you. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Yeah. So, what is some advice you give to inspire other artists out there who are on the move and trying to get out their music career going?
Shit. Stay persistent. Stay super persistent. I mean, be humble, but humble only gets you so far. Be confident with the things you do. Step. Don't be scared. Don't be a half stepper. You know what I mean? Come with it. If get right. You know, just continue to practice. Continue to get better. Continue to grow, and just be the best. Because you know it's a lot of competition and all that out here. But like, just be the best you, and be the best at what you do. And make sure, shit, ain't nobody fucking with you as long as you focused on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't let outsiders in, and you're the best that you can be. You won't touch it.
Forget
you know
the outside noise, for
yourself
sure.
at the top.
Last question. What do you think about in the shower?
I be thinking about, like, I got a dent in my truck, right? So I'm thinking about, like, that's gonna like cost some money to like get the dent out, because it's pretty bad. It's like a dent.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I probably think about that. When you asked me that, I just started thinking about what I was thinking about right now, like randomly. You know what I'm saying, in the back of my head, because that's like a shower thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about like a wireless microphone that don't work, like at a show. Like I'll be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So just say like maybe just when you're in the shower, that's when you kind of get to throw all your thoughts out there.
Man, when I'm in the shower, that's when them goofy thoughts come out. Like I literally, every time I come out the shower, I come out like a new person. You know what I'm saying?
Like I didn't even know what I was going on in there.
Like I'm just there tripping. Like I was thinking about like old SpongeBob episodes. Like you know what I mean? Like just lost memories. But like I don't know, it's like a brainstorm moment. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about when you in the shower? You don't know.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me that either.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I get my thoughts together. Like I have vivid
That's where you
dreams.
tighten up.
Yeah.
That's your spot where you tighten up.
Yeah.
See, I don't tighten up in the shower. I be in the shower like, and it's hot in there and steamy, and I be thinking about, I'll probably be in there blown. So I'm probably thinking about like some fucking funny shit.
No, unless I'm high, I'm there like dang.
My tighten up hours are when I'm in my vehicle. When I'm in my vehicle and I'm about to go do something, and I got that brief moment where it's just me, because I'm really active all day. You know what I mean? And it's just like that moment of solitude. You know what I mean? And that's my tighten up spot, where I just like sit there and I'm at a place where I set my standard for what I'm about to do. This is, you know what I mean? And that's where I just discipline myself and make sure I'm staying on the progressive path, you know, because it's really easy to get off track.
Okay. I would say my moment is not necessarily in the shower. That's when my mind just like lets all my thoughts wander and just flow through, just so I can get them out the way for the day. And then when I'm in front of the mirror, that's what I feel like when I really need to get myself together, because I have to do my hair. And that's one of my biggest things I hate doing in the morning. I'm like, oh, my hair. And so I'm like, you know what, just get it together. If you do your hair, you'll be fine the rest of the day. Like,
yeah.
So that's like get together.
Imagine just nappy headed. That's raggedy. You know what I'm saying? That's raggedy. I be braided. I get my hair braided, so like I'm good for the week. But when I do take my hair out, I be sweating it in the morning.
Yeah,
it be
like,
looking crazy. I'm like, oh my god.
I do this now.
You know what I mean? What should be an afro too?
Yeah. Well, I really thank you for doing this with me.
Yeah, definitely.
I really thank Crush Proof Studio for letting us.
Shout out Crush Proof Studio. Tank.
Yes, sir. Yes. And you gave a lot of inspiring advice. You really have shown me that you truly have a passion for what you do. And I'm sure the viewers are going to see that as well. And that gave me inspiration to really and truly love what I'm doing right now, and understanding like that's what is going to help me just be the best me.
Yeah, you know, stay persistent in what you do. Stay persistent in what you do. You got it all right.
Hey, look, me next place with the side of it. We in the window right there where everyone can see you. Painting a picture of you cause you my Mona Lisa.
Hey, yo, Pluto.
They on the bite side when you show them that you ballin'. Can't deny the facts, but I'ma call it what I call it. Say you don't need me, I'ma finish what you started. Cut that ass out, baby, this is my departure. Used to hide in your mind, tell me this ain't what you wanted. Suck it like you ain't always supposed to be in love. Look me in the face, two doors, with the windows down, leather seats. Can't nobody do you like me. Two doors, with the windows down, leather seats. You remind me of my coupe, with the two doors, and the windows down, leather seats. Can't nobody do you like me. With the two doors, and the windows down, leather seats. My back against the wall, my natural caught the ball. I seen it up for grabs, so my head to snatch it off. Watch the moves I make and I had yet to see you flaw.